Apart from that, we'll also be understanding how you can use the other perspective, as in the ABAP profiling perspective and your ABAP debugger perspective when you're working with Eclipse, as those two also comes very handy. Apart from those things, when we kick off that, then we go on to all the modern ABAP new syntaxes which has come along with 7.4 onwards, so that you can also make use of the same with respective to your developments that you're doing, or if you are leading a team and you can tell your fellow team members as to start adopting those practices. It's not that when I say that we start using modern ABAP syntaxes each and every place, it's not like that. You also need to understand the restrictions or the limitations where really it can come handy, or where in cases it cannot come handy and you need to go with the old approach. So we'll be understanding all those in details. We'll discuss about those things. And then once we are done with this modern ABAP syntaxes, we'll move forward to the REST APIs, usage of the APIs, how do you call the APIs, how to check and see an API by using a utility tool called Postman, how do we get data from an API by writing code in the ABAP program, how do we do the comparison as in the API data that it is coming, how do we get the data in ABAP format, whether the data is coming in XML format or whether the data is coming in JSON format, how do you get the data, how do you try to post the data. So we will see all those things as well. And as I talked about, we'll also be understanding as a part of that, how do you deal with JSON or how do you deal with XML. XML as the name says, may sound unfamiliar to a few people, but don't worry, even we will be utilizing a tool called XSLT_mapping to understand how you can convert the data from your favorite ABAP to XML format or from XML to ABAP, so that you can easily handle the same. And last but not the least, as a part of these, sometimes your dynamic ABAP programming, which involves the concepts of RTTS and RTTI, that also comes very handy. And in that case, you need to understand those concepts as well. So we will be covering RTTS and RTTI as well, so that you people get comfortable too with the concepts of field symbols and the memory concepts and all. Is it fine, guys? Did you all understand the agenda? That's what has been covered for this training. Any questions? Please feel free to speak up. I'll put you all on mute.
Hi, this
Any
is Hari.
questions from anyone? Yeah, Hari.
Yeah, so with this advanced coding concepts, hope you are also covering how it helps to improve the performance.
Yes,
Can I
right.
expect that one also?
Yes. We'll also be covering in some cases like where you can use. So some people are telling they're not able to hear. Is it not audible? Can anyone please confirm? Oscar, Hari. Hello.
Yeah, this is Harish. I can hear.
It's properly audible, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is good.
So hope it's not only from the perspective of the coding, but also the performance and all other aspects like performing.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. That's what I
Reducing
said,
the
right?
coding lines, coding efforts.
It's not about just reducing the coding line or coding efforts. It's also you need to understand, like, that's why I said a very important line, right? There's a thin line of difference. Some people think that just start adopting modern ABAP syntaxes. Is it so? Is it really a truth word or is it really a myth? Because when we understand that gap, where we really need to understand the limitations, then we really understand that really fits into that picture or not, right, Hari? And
yes,
apart from that, yeah, and apart from that, also in some cases where we really need to understand whether that will really solve our performance optimization problem or not, and how that fits into from that perspective.
Yes.
So I hope that answers your question, right, Hari?
Yes, thanks for that one. And yeah, so I'm looking forward for those expectations.
Yes.
Kabir, this is Harish. Just
yeah, Harish.
So is that the way the new syntax would be point of HANA database? specific?
No, it's not applicable only for HANA database. It's not like that AMDP, where AMDP as of now is prepared only for HANA database. It's platform independent, but there's one restriction where you need to think about the NetWeaver version, which should be 7.4 and higher. Don't worry about that. We'll also talk about those where each syntax comes with a restriction with the platform dependency as well. When I talk about the platform dependency, I talk from the perspective of the NetWeaver platform design, which is there built by your basis and security team. So if you do not have a corresponding backend NetWeaver version, then for some syntaxes it won't work. So you need to ensure that you please do cross-check what is the NetWeaver version and the components installed on your system before you start adopting the same.
Okay. Correct.
Oscar, regarding topics of performance with select, SQL script, SQL, SQL, advanced modern ABAP SQL, I'll obviously definitely be showing you. ABAP profiling also I'll show you where you can really go and search for the trace and the performance which you earlier used to do via SE-SAT or SE30. But in detail, the topics that we cover as a part of the variant check or the ATC check, those are a part of the pure ABAP on HANA, the certification course. But yeah, we can discuss about that, not an issue. And also a quick important update for all of you is that it's not about this training only. In case if you want to discuss about anything, please feel free to put up your points on the WhatsApp group, because everything is a learning for us, right? Sometimes while learning, we try to evolve with new things and we try to distribute it to others. And that's where we help each other as an SAP community. So that's what my point is, in case if you come up with new things, or in case if you feel free to discuss something where you feel that it's really beneficial for all of us to know, please feel free to share it on the WhatsApp group. So is that fine? So can we start with today's concepts? And also, a few quick important updates from my side. So whatever sessions we'll be covering, the same as you know that it will be recorded and it will be definitely uploaded on the training page, and the same will be sent, the link will be sent on the WhatsApp group as well. The WhatsApp group where you all need to join, it has been sent on mail. Please do definitely join the WhatsApp group as we keep on interacting there and try to resolve everyone's queries. Point number 2, assignments will be sent on a weekly basis. Please work on the assignments, because from week 2 onwards, the first day of the week, initial few minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, will be focusing on discussing on the assignments so that everyone is on the same page. So in case if you are not putting efforts to discuss the assignment, so in case if you don't work on the assignments, then it will be a problem for all of you, because you will not be able to understand. So whatever concepts you are understanding, please ensure that you are trying to put efforts on the same. Is it fine? And Prasad, in case if you are not added to the WhatsApp group, please do check your mail from Zapier team. The mail has been sent where in the WhatsApp meeting invite will be there, so that you can get yourself added to that group.
So is it fine? Another question.
Yeah.
Hari, are we completely shifting from GUI to this Eclipse, or still we are going to use the GUI? Okay, so some of the cases like the smart forms and all those stuff, forms where we are writing the dynamic, what's called driver programs, everything.
So the answer to your question is, till now, it's not that 100% shift has been made towards Eclipse. Okay, but if you see most of the work, you can obviously seamlessly do through Eclipse. Not all. The answer is obviously not all, like smart forms or module programs and all you cannot do till now. Also, in some cases, when you try to do a modification enhancement, you feel that sometimes SAP GUI is better. But one good thing which has happened is that since SAP GUI is embedded with Eclipse, there you get the benefit of trying to use SAP GUI there. So that's where you get an added advantage. So don't worry, we will talk about this also in today while discussing about the benefits of using Eclipse. But the answer to your question is like it's not like fully transitionable to SAP. Like rather than SAP GUI, we are using Eclipse completely. It's not like that till now.
Thank you.
But yeah, it depends from developer to developer how a developer feels comfortable, because like when you are doing a development or when a developer is doing a development, it also depends on the comfortability level of that person, right? How he or she is feeling comfortable and to like using which platform. So that's also primarily a big point. So that's where we are focusing on, so as to make more and more people comfortable and start using Eclipse. So I hope, Hari, that answers your question.
Yes, thank you.
Kabir, before you start, did we talk about anything on the RAP concepts?
No. This is not about RAP because we have basically a separate course for RAP. Okay. Thank you then. I'll put you all on lecture mode. Okay. So the agenda that we have covered for today is that we'll be talking about the ABAP evolution. Then we will be talking about the ABAP in Eclipse, getting familiar with the ADT, the different perspectives in Eclipse. How do we install Eclipse? Because many people have this common question. How do we install Eclipse? How do we configure Eclipse? What are the different plugins available? Which plugin do you need to install? In case if there is an update, how do you update to the latest Eclipse ADT versions? So you will be getting familiar with all such concepts along with what are the different benefits of using ABAP programming in Eclipse, and getting familiar with the different shortcuts in Eclipse. And finally, as you understand, as the day progresses, you will be basically getting to know that what are the different really benefits that you get when you're using Eclipse ADT over SAP GUI for most of your developments. So basically, first understand what's happening to ABAP in the future. As you all know that ABAP programming model is really getting optimized for HANA day by day, right? So as to bring the best-in-class performance. And you all know that within IT, basically our first-class goal will be to provide customers with the best solution by using the latest technologies, or to either to spend time to modernize all the programs so as to make them performance efficient. So basically how do we do that is to take the advantage of the modern ABAP in our SAP solutions. And also what we are actually trying to do is that we are trying to reinvent the wheel, right? So basically, as you see from this picture, we started from R2, then to R3, then to OOPS programming, then to Unicode enabled, then the NetWeaver application server got like more and more advanced. So finally, we are trying to go on to the next generation ABAP, which will be beneficial for all the upcoming programming models also. Whether you talk about the Cloud Foundry, or whether you talk about the RAP, or whatever the latest versions of S4HANA going to come and release. So that's what we are focusing on to reach to this next generation ABAP. So I hope that you all are with me in taking ABAP to this future, right? What do I think so? Yes or no, guys? So you all want to be on that aspect, right? Yes or no? I'm looking for answers. Thanks, Oscar, for at least supporting me. I hope the others are on the same page. And yeah, quick thing is that please make this training interactive, because whatever trainings I try to give, I try to make it interactive so that we all try to enjoy the session. Okay? Fine. So now coming to your ABAP in Eclipse. So what is Eclipse? If somebody asks, what is Eclipse? Now, quick question to this entire group. How many of you have really used Eclipse? Have all of you used Eclipse? So I say Hari saying yes. So I would definitely like to see many saying no, because then that will really boost me up, right? Okay, fine. So what is Eclipse? Just let me open it up 1 second. So To give you from a definition perspective, what is Eclipse? So Eclipse is nothing but Eclipse is SAP's strategic open source platform for highly integrated design time and development tools. So let me just specify it here. It's SAP's strategic open source platform for highly integrated design time and development tools. So if somebody asks you in one line, I'll just explain what does this mean. But in one line, this is what it means, that Eclipse, it's SAP's strategic open source platform for, just a second. Hari, don't worry, we'll unmute. Please give us some time. Okay, it's SAP strategic open source platform for highly integrated design time and development tools. When I say this word that it's integrated open source platform, why do I say that? Because if you see this particular diagram where you have your either classical database or SAP HANA database, as I was telling that it is not dependent on HANA completely. Even if you do not have HANA database, and if you have your NetWeaver application server ABAP sitting on top of your database, whether it's a classical or a HANA database, now on top of that, you have your Eclipse platform. Somebody asked about SAP HANA Studio, right? So you already had your SAP HANA Studio prior, even when we had Eclipse, right? So with SAP HANA Studio, where it was directly interacting with your database, that was also your design time environment, yes or no? Your SAP HANA Studio was also your IDE, yes, right? Where if any one of you who worked as a developer for the database perspective, whether as a modeler or from HANA development, you would have made use of SAP HANA Studio. But as SAP HANA Studio, we started hearing the news that it will be getting deprecated and all, then your savior came, where you came up with Eclipse, your new design time environment, when you can either make use of Eclipse ADT, as in your ABAP development tools for SAP NetWeaver, to work on your ABAP repository or ABAP objects. Similarly, you have one more plugin called the Eclipse with the HANA plugin, which basically works equivalent to your SAP HANA Studio. So if anyone doesn't have SAP HANA Studio and he or she also wants to work on your HANA based native developments, then you just need to have one more plugin installed, that is your HANA plugin. Don't worry, I'll talk about this also while showing the plugins, how you can get this plugin installed in case if anyone is interested. And they can get that plugin and then connect to your HANA database systems and kick off with your developments. So the best part is that, as you all know, that Eclipse was already in place, not from an ABAP's perspective, but from other developers from the open source development perspective, like for Java or Swift or for other based developments. But when Eclipse really was a kind of a latest addition to the family, was this ADT, which really became beneficial from your ABAP development perspective. So I'll be using basically the shortcut Eclipse ADT, which basically means the ABAP development tools. Okay. ADT has been significantly designed to increase developers' productivity by making use of the speed and flexibility of SAP platform. Your ADT provides you a new brand ABAP development experience on top of the Eclipse platform. So to put it on a very simplified mode, Eclipse has traditionally been a much used development platform for Java or other open source programmers, but with ADT in picture, it has really opened up the gates for we all SAP ABAPers development perspective as well. Do you agree with me, yes or no, when I say this statement? What do you say, guys? Yes or no when I say this statement? right? Yes. So on top of it, now, as I told about this, so what are the benefits that you get with ADT? Basically, if I write it out, so ADT provides these main two benefits on a broader level. I'm just telling. Okay, sorry, main three benefits. What is the first one? The first benefit is increased developer productivity. Don't worry, when I say any of this statement, I'll also make you mean that what I really say that. Then one platform integration and the third point is the extensible development tools. So just let me put this in. Yeah. So basically you get these main three benefits: increased developer productivity, one platform integration, and extensible development tools. First of all, as you all know that with Eclipse, definitely you get a brand new ABAP development experience which is sitting on top of the ABAP platform, right? So on this Eclipse platform, you get this brand new development experience when you start operating with this ADT ABAP, right? And the other most important point is that it's an open platform for developing new ABAP related tools, right? It's an open platform. Always remember that you get this flexibility of an open platform. Which was not coming with SAP GUI because it is tightly integrated with the SAP framework. But with Eclipse, you get that open platform for developing new ABAP related tools. Now, when I was talking about the benefits which increase developer productivity or one platform integration or extensible development tools, so if you see with ADT in Eclipse, you can basically capitalize on the speed, usability and flexibility of Eclipse while also benefiting from the proven ABAP workbench features, right? Because when I say from this diagram, this is tightly integrated with this one, right? With your NetWeaver application server. So won't you get the existing features of your ABAP workbench? Yes or no? You will obviously get that. But on addition to that, the best part is that you can capitalize on the usability, speed and flexibility. So you get the combination of both. So it improves developer productivity by offering better refactoring functionality. You get some features like code completion, auto insertion, you get a lot of code templates, you also get a quite invaluable quick fix, and there are a lot of other features which we will be talking about. So these are some of the benefits which I've just listed it down here. Now, let's first talk about how do you really make utilize when I talk from both GUI and ADT perspective. See, when you as a user were using SAP GUI, what you are doing? You are using ABAP Workbench, right? And this was integrated with your ABAP repository objects, yes or no? But when you start using directly Eclipse, this is the major change here. This is the major change here, what you get. So what you get is, when you are dealing with Eclipse ADT, it directly deals with your ABAP repository here, so that you can use this ABAP Workbench features via this ABAP repository. So somebody asked about the GitHub integration. Yeah, Harish, obviously with the latest things coming, you can obviously integrate with your GitHub with your Eclipse also. That's also feasible. Now coming back to this, so what I was talking about from the benefits perspective. So if you see here, earlier from SAP GUI to ABAP Workbench to repository, but when we are dealing with Eclipse ADT, so directly it is dealing with the repository. And one important thing which you need to understand is that this is the major challenge. Somebody was asking, if you have Eclipse, can you always use it for all scenarios? This is the main thing. Your backend system should be on 7.3 enhancement package 1, support pack 4 or higher. Otherwise, the support will not be there. Please ensure that this is the minimum requirement that you have from your backend system components perspective. So somebody who asked me that question, now is it clear what is the minimum compatibility required from the backend system components perspective? Yes or no? Is it clear, guys? If anybody asks you if you are on a very lower version and why you are not able to connect to Eclipse, this is one of a very strong reason. Okay, now let's move forward. Now, as I was talking about one platform integration. So if you see here, you as a developer, when you are on this Eclipse client, when I say about one platform integration, the best part that you get is that it talks as it deals with multiple ABAP backend and multiple REST services. So ADT allows you to connect to your multiple ABAP systems and provides session failover. Thus, you get the reduction in the impact of the lost session connections. So a quick question, you all would have observed this, right? While working with SAP GUI, if a connection is gone and if you have not saved your changes, you get the impact of your lost changes, right? Yes or no? And it has been a major issue with a lot of developers, right? Yes or no, guys? Second point, you are working on an SRM system, you are working on a CRM system, you are working on development system, you are working on quality system. You need to click on different systems, right? From the SAP GUI main page, yes or no? So you need to click on this, you need to click on this. Again, if I have multiple systems, again you need to click on that, right? Now, the best part is that with Eclipse, you do not need to do that hassle at all, because your Eclipse ADT allows you to connect to a multiple ABAP systems as a project at one go. Just click on a project from the left side. Don't worry, I'll show you that also. And you can easily navigate to whichever system you want to go. you get a lot of added advantage there, and you really save time. That's why I said increased developer productivity. And if you see, why do I say about extensible development tools? Because if you want to use HANA development perspective, you go to HANA perspective. If you want to go to your BW modeling or BW development perspective, you can go to your BW tools. If you want to go to your ABAP profiling perspective, you go to your ABAP profiling. If you want to go to your ABAP perspective, you go to an ABAP perspective. So multiple RFC connections and multiple REST services calls happen to different scenarios as per your requirement is. That's why I said one platform integration and extensible development tools, because it easily integrates your ABAP and non-ABAP development tools such as your SAP HANA Studio Akka, your Eclipse HANA plugin, and your even UI development toolkit for HTML5 in a single powerful IDE. Right? So basically your ADT accesses objects in the SAP repository in exactly the same way as you used to do with your existing ABAP workbench tools. Up to this point, any queries? Up to this point, any queries? Anyone? Anyone wants to ask anything? Give me a second, I'll have some water. Okay, I'll put you all on lecture mode again. Don't worry, SL, sorry if I can know your name, S.L. What's your name? Because I'm just able to see. Okay, Loganathan, don't worry. Everything, whatever your queries are, just hold on to your queries till 10 o'clock, and if it's not answered, then you let me know. Is it fine? Okay. Fine. Now comes the biggest headache. How do you really install Eclipse? Now that you understood basically the background and the advantage behind the role of Eclipse-based tools at SAP, now let's move ahead and understand how do you install Eclipse. That is the biggest headache of many developers, right? Yes or no? I have seen this as the biggest issue of a lot of developers, installing Eclipse. Yes or no, guys? Or are all comfortable in installing Eclipse? Okay, so Oscar says tricky. Fine. So let me just quickly let you all go through to understand what are the things that you need to basically consider when you are trying to install Eclipse. So first of all, whenever somebody tells you to install Eclipse on your machine, on your system, what you need to do is, let's first go to your Google Chrome and quickly jump onto tools.hana.ondemand. Tools.hana.ondemand, where you go to your SAP development tools, right? Are you able to see my screen? Okay, cool. Now, regarding Java or whatever queries you have, hold on. Don't have any queries. Forget about Java. Just listen to me what I'm telling. You will forget queries about your Java. Once you reach to this home page, go on to your ABAP. Click on to this ABAP section. Okay. Once you navigate to this ABAP section, first of all, read the prerequisites. So, when I talk about the Eclipse platform, it talks about the latest version and the N-1 as in the last version prior to that. The operating systems which you can use, and it talks about the Java runtime also, but hold on to this. and SAP GUI and the Microsoft Visual Runtime. This is a very important component. If you do not have this, it will throw error. So please also check whether this is available on your system or not. This is basically required for your communicating with your backend system. This is very important, guys, which I'm telling you. Now comes the very important aspect which we are really pondering over is about the Java, right? Please read this. With 2020-09 versions, as in the last year September release, what SAP has done is it has tried to bundle this adopt open.jdk 15 or higher with the Eclipse packages. You do not need to worry about JRE or whatever. Even if there is any other JRE which is installed on your system, then it will ignore that. It will always try to use with the bundled adopt open JDK, and it is already validated and tested against these Java versions. Do anyone have any query still now for this Java? Please read this statement which SAP has already given. And in case if you want to forcefully use your Java, then you need to go through this note as to how to remove the bundled JRE and use your custom version. But recommended is please go with the bundled package and do not try to ignore the bundled package concepts. So I hope now you guys do not have any query about Java, right? Now let's come to the very important thing is that once you have read through all this, the main important procedure is that first you need to get the raw component of Eclipse installed. So the thing is that first raw Eclipse package needs to be installed. That is the first important thing. You need to install the raw Eclipse package. How do you do that? So for getting this done, either just a simple click on this or the hyperlink which is available there, and it will directly open this page, or you can go to http://www.eclipse.org, enabling open innovation. Then from there you need to go to download. Once from there you go to download, can you see here get Eclipse IDE 2021-12? But I will not recommend all of you to go through this path. Try to go through this path, then go to this path, come here, look for Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Please guys focus in case if you are not focusing, this is important. Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Then once you click here, it will go inside. Then you need to install this x86_64, this one. So when you click here, it will come to this, and ensure that you are installing this file. And then once you click on download, the zip file will be there on your system. Once you have the zip file on your system, unzip the same and put it in your folder. Okay, then let me just first close this once, and after that try to execute your Eclipse, right? After that, once you have opened your Eclipse, what you need to do is that till now you have installed the raw packaged version of Eclipse. So obviously inside that you will not have your perspectives of ABAP or HANA or whatever else you need. It will not be there. So what you need to do now is that you are done with step number 1. So while doing step number 1, when after that you need to go with the plugins installation, right? What you need to do is that once you are on Eclipse, just a second, you need to go to your help, okay? And then you need to go to install new software. Done. Here HTTP, then if you are not knowing the link, don't worry, go here https://tools.hana.ondemand.com/latest. This is what you need to put. So select this one, go here, put this one, and automatically you will get whatever is available here. Now a quick tricky thing is that with the, when I say the latest, it automatically catches the latest release, that is 2021-12. Every 3 months you get a new release. Now suppose, what if, let me just show you what was there in 2021-09. Can you see what was there in 2021-09? Apart from ADT, this is what I was talking about, the plugins. So here you get SAP Cloud Business Application Tools, you get SAP BTP Tools. Didn't I say about one platform integration, extensible development tools? Don't you think what I meant now what I am showing here? Yes or no, guys? So you get ADT, modeling tools, BTP tools, Cloud Business Application Tools. Let me show you one more release earlier, 06. Here, that uncategorized, forget that, that is basically your SAP HANA tools. So from here, if you want to install any SAP HANA tools, you need to select this. If you need your Cloud Business Application Tools, you need to select this. But majorly, from your ADT perspective, you will be, please install your ABAP development tools and all the respective components inside this. Then your SAP HANA tools, in case if you are working on your HANA development, HANA modeling as well. And as well as in case if you need any cloud business or any, if you are working as a BW for HANA developer, then you can use this as well. Up to this point, any queries, guys, with the installation, and what are the different components or the plugins that you can install? Any queries? SAP BTP for ABAP environment is when you are trying to connect to your ABAP cloud project. Whoever asked me, just to put it in a single line, who asked me that question? Kiran. So SAP BTP for ABAP environment is basically when you are trying to do ABAP cloud development and when you are trying to connect to your ABAP cloud systems, then you go with your SAP BTP for ABAP environment. So example, suppose if you are operating on an S4HANA cloud, or you want to just try out where by connecting to a ABAP cloud project, then you need to go with SAP BTP for ABAP environment. Did you get it, Kiran? Lionel, I did not get your question. Just let me unmute all. Yeah, Lionel, tell me. Which part you are telling? How did I get to the software? As in which one? This one. Hello?
No.
Lionel.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm able to hear. Tell me.
I said earlier in a text earlier that I had 1909 already, and I've got various connections on there. If I go, How do I upgrade to that version without losing all my connections, or do I have to redo them all?
No, don't worry. I'll cover that also. Just a few minutes, I'll be going to that also. In case if anybody has an older version, how do they update? That's what your main point is, and we'll go to that also. Don't worry. Is it fine?
All right, wonderful.
Thank you. Okay, now that if you want to install with the ADT, please select this. All the components inside this will be selected. As of now, since I have everything installed, that's why it is showing me all items are installed. See, if you see here, I have not installed this. So that's why it is showing. I have installed this, it is not showing. I have not installed this, it is showing. So whatever is installed, it will show all items are installed. Now, Lionel, as a part of your solution, one way what you can do is come here, pass https tools.hanaondemand.com/latest, or if you want any components related to a particular release, point number 1. Once you do that, suppose if I put it latest here, okay, see here, and if I do this, then if I select this and click on next, see what happens. So Lionel, specifically for you as well, see what will happen. When I click on next, your original request has been modified. whatever is already installed, an update will be performed instead, Lionel, for you. So you need to go ahead with this update then. It will not be a fresh installation. This is a step number 1 for you, Lionel. In case if you want to go ahead with an update of the existing components like your ADT, or if you have any other plugin installed, then you need to go with this. Did you get my point, Lionel? This is one of the steps. I'll show you one more step also. Lionel, is it clear up to this point? You can ping me on chat. So, Hari, what did I say? If you are already using the earlier components of Eclipse, obviously you would have had a Java version of JDK 11 and all, right? Yes, but if you are on a very lower version, obviously incompatibility will come. Then always your savior will be this one. You need to read these 2 lines. This one, Java versions 11 and 15, Hari. Always your savior for any of your queries related to your ADT will be on this site. That what is the respective Java component that you need to go to then? In case if it's throwing an error or if you are getting any issue, Java runtime, there is your answer. So let's move ahead now. Once you have done your ADT, selected the same, then when you click on next, it will ask you to install the license agreements, confirm the same and choose finish, and you will be done with. Okay. Once you have set up everything, then you to cross check whether your everything is installed or not, either you can click here on this shortcut or window, perspective, open perspective and other, and check whether you have this ABAP connectivity and integration profiling debug. As I have installed SAP HANA also, so I have this 1, 2, 3, 4. These also. In case if you just install ADT, you will have these perspectives in place, or you can select from here. So just to cross check whether the perspectives were properly, as in the plugins were properly installed or not. So I hope up to this point there is no doubt, right, with respect to installing of Eclipse. And as I said, a very important point is that okay, just a second, let me change the theme. So is it the dark mode, is it really not visible for everyone? Then I'll make it to, I'll change the theme then. Just a second. Hold a second, let it restart. Yep, I think now it's fine for all of you, right? Because I think you all are used to this one, right? Okay, but yeah, you can definitely try those cool stuffs in case if anyone is interested. In case if anyone is interested to know how to apply dark theme, how did I do that, what are the different plugins that I install, please do ping on WhatsApp and the team will get back to you. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, now the important point is that, as I talked about, that once you have installed the raw plugin and then add the needed plugins as in ADT or HANA. Okay. So once this is done, then the main thing that I talked to all of you about is that the system requirement. So you need to ensure that with respect to the system requirement, you are on SAP NetWeaver 7.31, that is 7.3 enhancement package 1, support pack stack 4 and higher. So it should be greater than or equal to this one. Please remember this one. This is a very important point. Please do not forget this one from the system requirement perspective. Okay. And in also a very important point is that please listen to this one carefully. From SAP NetWeaver 7.4 and higher, you definitely get additional features as well. Like I showed your SAP HANA integration, right? Similarly, you get your web info development, enhanced test and troubleshooting tools, and some other definite features. And the important thing, if you see here, you get this debug, profiling, and all this feature. This debugging support on Eclipse. Debugging support on Eclipse is available with SAP NetWeaver 7.31 or 7.3 as long as you have SAP kernel 7.21 or higher. If you are on any components below this, please ensure debugging will not be supported in Eclipse. Please remember that. Fine. I hope up to this point you all are on with me and there is no queries. Cool. Now, as soon as you launch your Eclipse, the first thing that you need to do is that you need to add your ABAP projects. You need to add your ABAP projects. How do you need to add your ABAP projects? If you are on a fresh screen, you will get to add an ABAP project from here, create a project, or you go to File, you go to New, and if you see here, you can create an ABAP project. Kiran, you are asking about SAP BTP. This is your ABAP Cloud project for your reference. Otherwise, for the backend systems that you need to connect with your Eclipse, you need to go with your ABAP project here. This is your how you will go with your ABAP project. Okay. So once you click on this, then if you already have your backend systems available, you can select any of your backend systems. So, or otherwise, if you want to make a new system connection from scratch, that also you can do. You can click here, provide all the details, but that's not recommended. So what you do, click on this file, then new, and after that click on ABAP project. Suppose if I want to do this, then go this, then next step, then provide all the details. In case if in your organization, if you have an SSO enabled, you do not need to provide any password here and you can move ahead. Also a quick thing is that sometimes there is a common issue which you people may get. After this, sometimes this screen, after which it comes this screen, right? Prior to this screen and the last screen, you may get an error. You may get an error. I don't know whether you all would have seen this error or not. You may get an error that you are not able to connect. So what is the error that you get is that this is the error that you may get. No authorization. I don't know if anyone would have come across this. No authorization to access the resource /SAP/BC/ADT/compatibility/graph. Did anyone ever come across this error? Anyone? So then you are very much lucky. But In case, I'm just telling you this because in case in any of your client or any of your project, or if ever you come across this, this will basically come before this screen and the last screen. Whenever you click on next, in case this screen will not come up and you will be stuck up with this error. That's why I'm telling you this. This nobody will tell you, but I'm telling you this. So what do you need to do for this? What is the solution? Can anyone tell me? First of all, tell me by reading the statement, how can you get this sorted out? How can you sort it out? By reading the statement, can anyone tell me how can you sort this issue? If you get this issue, no authorization to access the resource. Isn't it any related to any authorization issue? Yes or no? So yes, it's basically an authorization issue. Basically, to your development roles, you need to get a role added. So basically, let me tell you that. So for sorting the above issue, what we need to do is, you must have the role SAP _BC _DWB ABAP developer. This is the role. SAP _BC _DWB ABAP developer. Specifically check, and in case if you are getting the issue, try to do an SU53 and check specifically the authorization object S_ADT_REC. So I am just giving you all these critical details also, so that you get to know from the roles perspective also what is basically required. When you have time, in case in your office systems also, go and check for your developer roles and try to search for this. You will be seeing that this role, in either that be in a Z form or whatever, this role will be added to your user IDs. Please do this R&D later and please cross check. You will be able to see this. Guys, did you understand? How can you get this sorted out in case if you come across this issue? Is it clear, guys? I'm sure nobody would have told this, but at least for information, I just told you this. Okay, one more important thing which you guys need to understand is that sometimes you will get this kind of issue also. Remember I told that Microsoft Visual C++ 2013 and all is required, right? For your backend communication framework. You may get this kind of issue also. So basically you need to install this file. This file. If you are getting any issue with JCO registry or whatever, any issues you are getting, please ensure that you are installing this particular file and the same is downloaded onto your system. Yes, Oscar, obviously that authorization object and role has to be done by the basis, but doesn't it help you when you know much ahead than them? You can also command them that, boss, you go and add this role. This is what is missing and I know this. Doesn't it help, Oscars? At least when we are talking from a project perspective and we know what is missing and what needs to be done, right? So anybody who got this Visual C++ issue, please ensure that you get this sorted out. That's why I've explicitly just spent a few minutes of yours to ensure that we talk about these two things. The JCO registry issue and this one, these are very few of the common issues that you get. And that's why I talked about this, so that you know about the same. Now, Lionel, I talked about approach one, that how you can get your latest updates, right? What is the approach to? So before I say that, just let me complete this. After this, you need to click on finish and your project will be added. One quick thing that you need to understand when your project will be added, it has a proper nomenclature. The nomenclature is your system ID, the client, user, and the language. System ID, client, user ID, and your language. This will be there for all your systems. And as I talked about earlier as well, you can add your multiple systems here. A quick question to everyone. Let me see who answers first. So if you have development system, your development and your unit testing, so will I be able to add it as a single project or will it be two different projects? Yes or no, tell me. Will it be a single project or two different projects? Who answers it first? Is it Oscar, Prasad, Leonin? Who is it? Okay, everybody started answering the same. Yes, it's two different separate projects. You are right. For all different clients, it will be two different projects. So whether you want to add an SRD system, like a system of development from SRM or a CRM or any other system or a GRC or a charm system, anything that you're working on, all needs to be added as an ABAP project. All needs to be added as an ABAP project. Now that you have answered me that all needs to be added as an ABAP project, so as I was telling you, in case if you want to go to this system or in case if you want to go to this system, just a double click and you can go to any system. And the best part is that this project explorer will show you all the systems which are presented here in your project's presentation in a flat or in a hierarchical model, whatever you try to set it out. Okay. So in this way, all your projects will be added here. The second thing, when you open your Eclipse screen, this is all your window, right? So basically this side, this is your main editor. So let me just try to restore everything. So suppose window, perspective, reset perspective. Okay. So I have tried to reset the perspective. This is how your screen opens up, right? Yes or no? This is how your screen opens up, right? I'll close this also. So this is how you get your screen. Yes or no, guys? When you load it for the first time. So I don't need this. Switch it out. I don't need this, right? As of now, minimize this. But before I say I don't need this, this is your main editor window. This part is your main editor window. So obviously, everybody wants to have their main editor window maximized, right? And these are your corresponding views. View 1, View 2, View 3, View 4, View 5, View 6. These all views you can see here as well. Show view, see here. Whatever views you are seeing there, the same are here as well. Whether it's general or whether it's ABAP, whatever views you are seeing from here. So I will minimize this as well. When I minimize this, this goes in the form of a trim stack. So when I minimize that, this goes in the form of a trim stack. And another important thing, once you have added your system, in case if you want to delete the same, so suppose you have added your system, right? Now if you click on delete, you get this message, right? Please do not click on this. Do not delete the project contents on your disk as well. So basically whatever project settings or whatever contents it got saved as a part of the metadata on your system, that got saved on your disk. In case if you check this, it cannot be undone. So basically do not click on this, click on OK and it will be done and deleted. So in case if you have anyone, if anyone had any doubt how to delete, that is the way to delete also. Now, yeah, what I was talking about, this is your main editor window. These are your outline view. Those were the views which I talked about. And this is your trim stack. So when you minimize all your views or restore the same, if I minimize, this will be created as a trim stack here. And these are all your project explorers here. Right? Now, as I talked about that, you can add multiple ABAP systems. Now, a quick question to all of you. Since you have added your multiple ABAP systems, so suppose think that your backend connection to your SAP system is lost. Suppose your backend connection to your SAP system is lost. Will you be able to still continue with your development, yes or no? Suppose you are developing a report and your backend connection to your SAP system is lost. Will you be able to still continue with your development, yes or no? Yes, right? Why? If yes, and if I try to save the changes, will the same changes be saved to my backend system? If you are saying yes, will the same changes be saved to my backend system? What do you say? Yes, it will be saved as a local version. That's the best part of ADT. But still the thing is that it works on the concept of your online development model. So still Eclipse ADT doesn't work on the concept of the offline development model, as in what I mean. Whenever you are doing a development, in case if you want your changes to be synchronized with your backend system, it need to work on an online development model, and still it doesn't support the offline development model, right? So what I mean to say here is that if you know that example, if I took from a Java development perspective, who work with this, so they have a kind of a local runtime environment as well as a development environment on the computer. But we do not have such two different environments, right? We always have the development environment only, right? We do not have any kind of a local runtime environment, right? So that's why what I said, that Eclipse ADT also till now follows this online development model only. So developers using ADT will remain logged on to the SAP system. They will remain logged on to the SAP system while they are working on the various repository objects. If the connection breaks, you will be logged off. Did you get my point? So basically I meant that development is still server based. Whatever object, it gets synced with the backend only when you are on the online development model only. Is it clear, guys? Up to this point, any doubts? And one very important thing which I wanted to show you is that window, sorry, not window. So when I talked about updating to the latest packages, the latest plugins, right? So I talked from one thing is that from install new software. So Lionel, what is the other one you can do is you can see for check for updates. Click on check for updates. It will, once you click on that, here you can see that it will try to connect to the software sites. It will do a full scan and it will show you if there are any updates which you can put on your system. This is the second alternative that you can do while trying to update your available plugins which are there on your machine. Now, Lionel, is it clear? Harish, for both cloud-based and for the server-based backend systems, both you need to go with the online development model only. And Lionel, this is the screen that it will come. It will show all the available updates that you want to do with your, suppose I'm talking about the ADT components, it will show all the updates available. This is how you can push for updates as well. I hope now everybody is clear with how you can check for updates as well. And I have showed you both the two approaches. Either you can go through install new software or you can go for check for updates. Is it clear now, guys? Should we have 2 minutes break? Let's start at 8:40. So let's connect back at 8:40. No, Loganathan, if you change the theme will be changed for your Eclipse completely. So the problem is, if you see here in preferences, when I talk about appearance, this theme is not specific for any system or a project. This theme is specific for Eclipse. And under Eclipse, you are having a ADT plugin, right? So that will be applicable for all your projects. So that you cannot differentiate. Getting my point? Guys, can we start? Okay. So till now what we understood? So we understood how to install Eclipse, right? Also how to add the plugin of ABAP or HANA, whatever required. Then how did we connect to an SAP system, right? Now comes the important part, how to add in package. So if you expand your system, as in your project, I'll refer to a project or a system, anything you can say. If you see three things, you will be able to see: local objects, favorite packages, system library. So the best way to do development in Eclipse is that you always try to, always you will be doing developments in some of the other packages, right? So first of all, always try to assign your packages. So install new software. Okay, just a second. You can use this. Don't worry, I'll specify the same in the here also. Okay, Oscar? Yep. Yeah. First of all, how do you need to start is that you need to assign a package, right? So the quick way to do is that rather than always going and searching for packages, there is something called favorite packages here. Click on the right click on this, then you can add your package. But before that, you need to create a package, right? How do you create a package? So if you click here, right click on your project name or on your system name, new, and if you see here ABAP package, right? Then you can give the name of your any package that you want to give. So mod Kabir training. Okay. Then whatever description you want to give. Okay. Package type is development. Fine. Next. Then software component you need to give us home, like how you do, and next and done. Then it will ask you for a TR. In case if you want to give a TR, like here, whatever TR you want to give, or if you want to create a new request, or if you already have a request number, you can give a request number. So in case if I want to create a TR, okay, I gave this description, next, then finish, and done. The package is created. So guys, did you feel the difference from SC80 for package creation? Now that I've created the package, what is the next thing that you need to do? I will assign this package to my favorite package. Go here, add package, zmod. Then the best part is just right up to this, done, and your package is assigned. See here, favorite packages. Can you see this? The package is assigned, right? So now quick question. The TR where you saved it, how will you find that transport request and all the other details here? How do I navigate to my TR? Can anyone tell me? Because here you cannot run any T code. Forget that. Here in the native editor, you cannot run any T code. So how will you see that? If you see here, this is properties. See here, this is the package. So like in case if I want to see the details of this properties, can you see the details of this? Who has created, what is the folder, chart, resource, everything you will find here. But how do I go to the respective TR which I created for this? So what I can do is, if I go on to this one, okay, it will open like this. Fine. In case or if you want to bring it here, you can do also as you feel comfortable. It's up to you. You can either go it here, click here, open it here, or restore it here. It will come here as you feel comfortable. So how will I find easily now? Search for this object. When I search for this object, see here, this came here. This is the TR here, right? So TR, task, and the object. In case if you want to open this TR or task with SAP GUI, click on this. The embedded SAP GUI screens opens up and you can see it here. Minimize this and this is your embedded SAP GUI, what you are seeing here, right? Or close this, open this again, or if you want to open the transport request, you can open that also. In case if you want to change any owner, or in case if you want to add any user for this TR, or in case if you want to sort and compress, run any consistency check, release, delete, you can do all these respective details here. Okay, suppose, quick thing. Suppose my request is, Oscar, I am getting an issue in this TR. Could you please help me out? Oscar will say that please provide me the TR details. Is it the only way that if I provide him the TR, then only he can go and then open this? Or is there any other way out? What do you say, guys? User ID. Why user ID? Is there any other way out? If he doesn't know my user ID also and I was in a hurry, if I do like this, I share this link, copy link to clipboard, okay, then I go here, navigate, open entity link. Before I do that, let me close this, navigate, open entity link, okay, open this, done. Isn't it very simple, guys? Can Oscar help me now? Isn't it a cool feature? That's one of the best part of Eclipse. Don't worry, definitely I'll be showing you more and more cool features as such. This is one cool feature. And this is not applicable across a TR only. It's applicable across any ABAP repository objects that you are dealing with in Eclipse. For anything you can share a link and it will be done. That's the best part. Understood, guys? Okay, and as I was telling about, here you get all the options in case if you're not getting any option, in case if you're not feeling comfortable from here, definitely what you can do, you can click on this and open SAP GUI from here or open Control and 6. It will open, it will ask you to select a system, whatever system you want to select, open this and then definitely you can execute your T code, SE01, display, but you go like this. But is this really preferable? Aren't you spending more time clicking on a T code, specifying the username, then opening his TR, then checking which TR? But if I share the link where you directly navigate to, that's where I talk about developer productivity, usability, and speed. Now, if I refer to what I said, am I not correct? What do you say, guys? Yes or no, guys? Yep. Now that you have created a package, let's create an ABAP object. So let's start creating a class. So I'll create a class first, okay? Now for this class, let me give a name, ZCL, suppose let me give this name, test class, okay, and then click on next. Now, so did you guys see one thing? What I did, first I was in the package and from there I tried to create a new object, right? Or normally in SAP Q what we'll do, you will first start creating a class and then you will assign it to a package, yes or no? But first from here I did the reverse way out. From the package I've started creating the class. Now assign it to the respective TR, then here, then click on finish. And the best part is that half of your template is created. See here. And now the different thing is that here, did it open an embedded SAP GUI editor? No. It opened its native own editor as in the form based, right? As in the source code based where you need to write. Did it open the form based or did it open the source code based? Which one, guys? It will open up for you the source code based, not the form based, what you see in SAP GUI. Now, the other thing is that after that, let's try to start writing logic for this class. One more quick question. Sometimes we get a request to do cleanup the local objects in case if developer is by mistake creating on the development systems rather than the sandbox systems. Is there any way easily to find out what are the $TMP objects that a user would have created? Just by seeing these options, can anyone tell me, is there an easy way out to find out? Any easy way to find out, to access the $TMP for a different user? Anyone? Anyone who would like to give me an answer for that? No one? No, local objects is fine, but how do I add that? So can you see here local objects and then add local objects of user? This is the correct answer. So once you do here, specify any user name, and from there you can easily see if he or she is creating local objects in that system, and that really needs to be cleaned up. So from this way you can easily keep a check on your team in case if you are leading a team and a clear-cut instruction has been made not to create local objects in the development system. And this can be a very easy way out to check that out. Okay, let's come back to our class. So now let me in the public section methods. Now see how easy it will be. So let me give a name, methods, do action, importing. I'm just writing the keywords. See here, code completion feature, importing, then action, type, quick completion, use tab, string, then val_1, quick completion, type I, val_2, type I, and returning parameter, returning value, then result and type I. See here, how much time did I take to just write this method? Not much, right? Yes or no? Did I do much thing? Now, see another feature in case if you are not aware. So, this method needs to have an implementation, right? Have I done the implementation? And see, the best part is that you already start getting an error on this side also, on this side also, and on this side also. Observe my editor window. How many places have I started able to see this error? See, this is the error, or otherwise come here, errors, expand this, implementation missing for this method, right? Yes or no? Now, quick fix, either from here or put your cursor here, Control and 1, add implementation, and done. Isn't your job simple? Speed, usability, fast, much more accuracy. So now the implementation is also done. Now let's come here and let's write the further code. So here, case, action, okay, end case and done. Now after that, what I need to do is inside this, when add, what will I do is result equals to val_1 plus val_2. Sorry. Done. How do you pretty print here? Anyone? Shift and F1. But how did it work? Will it always work for everyone? No. What do you do here? Click on this, Alt and Enter. It will come to the project. Sorry. Come here, Properties. It will come here, Resource, ABAP Development Editor, Source Code Editors, and then come to this ABAP Formatter. I'll once again tell you, come here, Alt and Enter, ABAP Development, Editors, Source Code Editors, ABAP Formatter. Indent lines or however you want to set up your particular system with however formatting you required, you can do that, and then just press Shift and F1. That will format your code. Getting the point? Now I write a word called addition here. How do I comment it out? Control and 7 is for commenting, Control and 7 is for uncommenting. Or control and less than sign is for commenting, control and greater than sign is for uncommenting. I'll be keeping on telling these shortcuts, or better I will save it here also. So control plus 7 to comment and uncomment, or you can even use control plus less than sign slash control plus and greater than sign. The same feature you can use through this also. So control plus 7 to comment and uncomment, and similarly for commenting, control plus less than sign or control plus greater than sign. Okay. Now coming here. Now quick question. So here you see this addition, right? So now I don't want to use this to directly add it here. I want to call this particular functionality as a private method. So how do I extract this particular piece of code to a method? Select this, right click, then source code, then extract method. Select here, save. It will come here, it will show. Just provide a proper addition name. Then suppose a static private method or a protected or a public. I'll create it as a private. Suppose, then click on next. Then it will show you the particular transport where it is going to be saved. Next. And now the best part, can you see the version comparison difference? What was the earlier code? Under private section there was nothing, right? This is your version comparison. See here. Once you're doing the refactoring of the code, can you see the version comparison? This is how the beauty of the version comparison looks in your ADT. So can you see under private section, you see this method addition coming up because I gave the nomenclature as addition. And here, this getting converted to a call of a method inside this public method, and the below the private method implementation coming here, right? Now, let me click on finish and done. And let me pretty print and done. See guys, up to this point, any doubts? So Ankit, to restrict the code line length for everything, you need to go to this preferences, and under ABAP, you need to change the editors or whatever you want to do. For whatever you want to change, you need to play around with these. Up to this point, guys, any queries? So did you understand how to extract a particular source code to a method? Now, I want to rename this method. How can I do that? If I want to rename this method, how can I do that? Can you see how many places that is showing where it is used? So rename, save, and add. If I make it, suppose add, what do you say? Add values. Okay. Click on next. Click on next. and again it will show you the difference wherever the code changes have been done, and click on finish and done. So all the places at one go, rather than you going and changing manually, at one click, just by using that rename functionality, you can go and change the method names. Now try to activate this. So how will you activate? This remains the same. Control and S for save, Control and F2 for check, Control and F3 for activate, and Control and Shift and F3 for activating multiple objects. In case if I make any change here, can you see any asterisk here? This indicates that changes are being made on your object. And if there are no changes, in case if you activate the same, see here, the asterisk will be gone. Okay. Now, also one more thing. Suppose in some projects it is not told to use any kind of a text literal. If I want to eliminate this, can I do anything? So if you want to have any kind of a quick assist, put your cursor here, Control and 1. Suppose I use this create a text in text pool. Okay, I'll create this, add the text content as capital add, suppose. Then next, this will ask you for the, it will not ask you because it will show you in the same transport because it is related to the same class. Then click on finish and done. Either you can try to keep it like this, or see here, do Control and space, it will show the content of this text pool as well. Or I can do it like this also, text 001 and Control and space to just to cross check yes and activate and done. Also, if you want to see this text element, open with, open others, not open with, open others, text elements, click here and you can see the ABAP text element here in the embedded ICP GUI screen as well. Up to this point guys, any doubts? Yes, Ankit, the same features work if you are inside a local class as well. I'll show you that also. Don't worry. That is also upcoming. Whatever your queries are, it is on the way. Now, just let me write one more statement here. Write. Just I'll print the result. One quick cool thing. If I am writing RE here, automatically it will show you the respective whatever you want to add, activate and done. Now quick thing, can you see here if I click on Control and O, can you see this is the class, the method and the particular colors also indicate that this is a public and this is a private. Can you see here? And if you click here, see click, so Control and O, if I want to directly go to the private method, can you go here? Now let me show you okay, important thing. Don't you think that I have to scroll up and down, and if the code keeps on increasing, I have to again scroll down? Control and O will give you the outline of your ABAP object. Whatever you are seeing here, you can click here, or you can click here also, the same Control and O. This gives your outline. Or if you want to fully maximize your screen, do like this. Your entire screen is maximized. Now the same features are available here. I basically do development like this. I minimize everything. I don't need those, right? Let the editor window be maximized to the fullest. Now quick question as I was asking, in case if the code keeps on increasing, will you keep on scrolling up and down like this? Or let me show you something cool. Isn't it cool? Let me see the declarations here. let me write the code here. I am confused what are the parameters here. So I can see the parameters here and I can write the code here. So yes or no? Do I need to navigate here and navigate there? I split it and I see it here. Can I split it like this only? How to go back? So what did I do is control and braces. Let me put it here. Control and brace to split. Just a second. To split the screen vertically. Similarly, if you want to split the screen horizontally, you can do that also. And do you always need to remember the shortcuts? No. So just go to Window, Editor, and see this is what I was trying to use. So in case if you want to split the screen vertically or horizontally, this is the one which is for horizontally. I showed you vertically, this is one horizontally. This is much more cool, right? Here you see just whatever you declared. So suppose if you are writing a long piece of ABAP report, you have done your declarations on the top. Check your declarations, write your code here. Isn't it cool, guys? Tell me. So how did I open the split window? If you want to split it in form of horizontal manner, control and underscore. Or you can go from here, toggle split horizontal. These are the two features which I used. I'll mention that also. So to split the screen, horizontally, and this okay. I hope up to this point there are no doubts. And also to launch SAP GUI, you can directly use Control and 6 to open SAP GUI directly. Cool. Now let me ask you a quick question. So here, how do you globally search for any object? You all know that it's Control-Shift-A, right? So example, if I open, you know that in some cases, as I told, it will either allow you to open the native editor or it will open the embedded SAP GUI. So example, for table, obviously you cannot understand from this because this opens in this native editor. What you can do, click here, open in SAP GUI, the same will be opened in the embedded SAP GUI, and this is much more easier to see. So as you feel comfortable, you have the features here. You have the features, you can make use of it. So now suppose if you want to double click on the same, this will be opened in the SAP GUI only. But from here, if you want to navigate, so example, if you want to navigate to this one, that example, foreign key where mandate equals to vbak.mandate. So example, if you do here, and if you want to navigate, you need to click on F3 to navigate from one thing to the other thing. So example, if I close this, and if I close this, methods do action, right? If I click on navigate, see it navigated from this to this. If I'm using any table or something here, if I want to navigate and go to that table, so just click on F3 and it will navigate. So F3 is used for your navigation. Also, if I just drag and drop it to this side, see here, this will open like this and this will open like this. Or if I put it here, and if I drag and drop it on the right side, so you can work with two editors. At one, you can see your package details, and in the one, you can see your coding details. So you can make use of this also. It's it's up to you how you want to play with your editor views. As I told you, these are your multiple editors. Okay, one more question. In SAP GUI, how many sessions can you open? You all know that you can open up to maximum 6 sessions, right? After that, you start getting a problem with that, right? But here, do you think there will be any restrictions to open any number of sessions? And even for any number of project or for a project, can't I open multiple number of objects? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? That is also a very big advantage which you get. And think that you are writing your code here and you close your screen here. Suppose this is what my screen is. I'll close my screen. Okay. Now if I go and open SAP Eclipse, from where it will open? Will it close everything? Will it close everything or will it open from that instance? What is your answer before it loads? So it will open where? From that point only, right? So now just do an F5 because this is not SSO enabled. So you need to do that. Done. And look at the magic. Wherever you had closed your system at that particular line, there only you go and do it. Oscar, next question to you. I'm writing this piece of code, okay? And I'm stuck up in line number 40. So do I need to tell you the object name, tell you the line number, and then only will you be able to open the piece of code? Normally that's what you do in SAP GUI, right? So the best part is if you leave the object here, it will open from here and you can definitely make use of it. And as I was telling this point, so suppose if I have any issue here, okay. Now go to your navigate, share the link, copy link to clipboard. I have an error at line number 40 for Oscar and Oscar needs to help me out with it. I have closed it. Go to navigate, open edit link, create the link. Can you see the line number and everything? So whatever you click, open here, it will be open. I don't know what happened here, why it did not open. I think we made some mistake we made. 1 second. So let us first search for that object. Yeah, let me open the class. Let me close this. So yeah, suppose I was in this line, okay. Navigate, share link, copy link to clipboard, close this, navigate, open edit link. I don't know, some issue is coming. It should not be disabled because just now we did it. How come it did not work? We just now did it, right? One second. How come it is not working? Navigate, share link. Okay, I got it. Why it was not working? Copy link to clipboard. Navigate, open editing link. Done. Guys, you understood what was the mistake? We were copying, by mistake, we were copying the HTTP link. We were not using the ADT link. Yups. So now you understood, Salman. Sorry, Oscar. So suppose if there is issue in my this line and I want Oscar to help me with this line, I just select this line, share the ADT link, and Oscar can just open this piece of code and help me out with it. Okay, so we went up to this point now. So we understood how to split screens, how to drag and drop, how to play around, how to do that, right? Now, the next thing that I want to show you is that, yes, Oscar, you can directly open that code on your laptop. You want to see that? So suppose this is where I was getting an issue, right? So suppose addition, Oscar, need your help here. Okay, fine. I write like this. Okay, and just Control S, and now navigate, share link, and copy link to clipboard. Cool. Now navigate, open editing link. So Oscar, can you help me now? Now you understood, Oscar? And the best part was it was even highlighted, like, right? I left it like that only, right? So that's the best part. It's very easy to share and work. So what all did we understood till now? How to install Eclipse, how to connect an SAP system, how to create a package, how to add a package as a favorite package, how to open SAP objects, then how, if you want to go to any other perspective, just select any other perspective and you could go to any other perspective. In case if you want to reset all your perspective, just reset perspective and everything will be closed. Okay. You also understood how to save, check and activate the code, how to manage the different views. We also created a simple class. Then we extracted a particular part of a code to a new method. Then we used the rename feature as well. We understood the concept of quick assist code completion and the mother of all shortcuts, Control Shift and L. In case if you don't know which shortcut to use, what is the shortcut for that, please see the mother of all shortcuts, Control Shift and L. And now a very important question. Suppose if I am making changes to this code. Okay, so suppose addition of values. Now quickly, this is locked, right? Can you see here, this is locked? Okay. Now anyone try to open this object. Can anyone try to open this object? So if you see here, I have the option of unlock. If I unlock it, anybody can start using it. But I have not unlocked it, okay? It is still in locked mode. The lock is there. Can you see here? The lock is there. Can anyone try to open this object? So somebody asked me a question, will two users allowed to make change simultaneously? The answer is no. As I told you, it is tightly integrated with your ABAP workbench features. So there also you get that lock message, right? That it is particularly locked by that user. Similarly here also, till the time this lock icon is coming. So example, now whoever was trying to access this code, I have unlocked it. Can you try to access this code now? Oscar, can you try to open this class now in ADT? Or anyone? I have removed the lock. Can anyone tell me? Are you able to open that? Awesome. So I understood route. Now the question is, when sharing the link, if you are sharing the link without the lock being enabled. So the person whoever asked me that question, Ankit, right? So now you understood. If you are sharing the link without the lock being enabled, do not do changes at the same instance, because at a time only one person can do. And if you have shared the link, right? If Oscar or anyone is trying to do changes on that code, they will be able to do if your lock is not there. Or otherwise, if your lock is there, they will get that message that it is particularly locked by your ID. Now did you understand? You can share, you can put it in display. So if you see here, by default it is display. As soon as you start writing a code, can you see here object has changed? As soon as you start writing a code here, automatically an asterisk and a lock will come. Did you understand, Ankit? Now somebody had a query as to how to understand the refactoring feature, right? So what you need to do is, see what I had done was, while I was writing the code, I had written result equals to I underscore val underscore 1 plus val underscore 2. Rather than using that, I wanted to convert it into a refactoring functionality. Suppose this line of example, just let me, suppose this thing, okay, select this and then go to the source code, then go to the extract method. It will come here, come to this, and then come here. This will automatically populate whatever method name you want to put, then static, or you want to leave it as an instance, access, private, protected, public, and the parameters and all. It will show you everything. Did you understand? Whoever asked me that question, now did you understand? Okay. Up to this point, any queries? Anyone? Is everything clear till now, guys? Yeah, Shalja, the session, this session is being recorded and it will be shared to everyone. Don't worry. So what happened to that TR? I did not understand. So Oscar, your question is what happened to that TR? In that same TR, your user, once you edit it, so obviously if your user ID is added, you will be able to make changes to that same object as you do in ABAP, SAP GUI. It will use the same TR. See, here you get that functionality, right? So suppose if I have given to you, obviously if your object is not added, example, if I go here and now search for this class, ZCL underscore test underscore Kabir. This is the class, right? Why you are able to see two objects? Can you tell me? Why am I able to see two objects? Can anyone tell me? Anyone? Why you are able to see two entries here in two tasks? Why in two tasks? Why you are able to see entries here? So just do one thing, double click on this. See here. Can you see this? two different usernames? Can you see here? So this is the, here in this, obviously the package and this is there. And here, can you see two different usernames? Getting the point? Or if you have further doubts, just do one thing, close it here. In case if you are not able to, just click on this, open with SAP GUI. And go here, see 01 and click on display. Display. Can you see this SCR 54? Oscar, is your query answered now? Did I add your user ID? See, it's not about TR. When I created the object, the TR was already created, point number 1. The TR and the task and everything was already created. When I will share you the object, your changes will be locked under the same TR and a task would be created under your name. Getting your point? That's what the concept is. When I have already created an object, I have already locked it under a TR and it is under my task. When I will be giving the changes to you to make the changes by sharing the link, as soon as you make the changes, automatically it will create a new task and your changes will be captured here. Got the point, Oscar? Okay, do one thing. Oscar, you do not change anything to this code. Okay? I'll just close this also 1 second. To make you all understand, 1 second. Anyone apart from Oscar? Maybe Kiran or anyone? Okay? So what you do? Kiran, I'm sharing this link in this chat here. You just remove this commented statement, okay? So navigate, share link, open edit link, copy link to clipboard. So anyone, Harish or Kiran, just let me know whoever is editing. So can anyone please open this link, Harish or Kiran or anyone? And I'll remove the lock here. Unlock. I have removed the lock. Just a second. Yeah. So anyone who is editing, please let me know. Once you are done with the editing, please let me know. Is it done? Can anyone please tell me? Guys, is it done? Kiran or Harish or anyone? No, it's not done. Okay, it's done. So it was done by whom? It was done by Kiran or Harish, by whom? Can anyone tell me? So if you go here and now refresh. So can you see here 3 tasks coming? So Oscar, can you see here 3 tasks coming? 2826, 2820, 2825. Did I create any task here? I did not create any task, right? Did I create any task for any user? So let me open it this with SAP GUI and let me open the same task. So now to everyone's answer, in case if you're still having any doubts, I did not create any task. So whoever will make the changes will be captured under their task. It's just that I have to remove the lock, otherwise that person will not be able to do that. In case if you have still kept that object open. See, I had kept the object open, right? I had kept the object open. So I just did an F5 to see that that is gone, right? But the changes were there. Now Oscar and everyone, did you get the answer to the question that you all had? Is it clear to everyone? And that's what I said. The framework will do it for you. You do not need to create any task, as in you do not need to go and add any user here. Like you do not need to go and request task and add an user. No, you do not need to do that. Or even from here also. You do not need to go and click on this and add any user for the same. No, it will be done. Now is it clear, guys? And that's what the best part is. That's why I said increase productivity, speed, usability and reusability, and a one platform for development for everyone. And as I was saying you, no Vanshi, there is no prerequisite to open any link. So anybody who is having queries regarding that, which feature refactoring? So see, that refactoring feature only is that, see example, you are trying to, when you are using the OOPS concept, what is the thing that you keep in mind, Salman? You try to use the concept of usability, reusability or modularization, or use the concept of inheritance and all those things, right? So I found that rather than doing this, why not to create it as a private method in case if I want to create any other further public methods and I want to reuse this private method, right? Why not to create it as a method and reuse across all places? So as a part of my implementation of this logic, so then I thought, okay, I've written it like this, let me convert it into a method. That's where I use the concept to extract this part of a code to a new method. And as you saw that refactoring functionality, you saw that it was showing the comparison between the left side and the right side. Similarly, question to all of you, if you have your development system added here, quality system added here, how will you compare this piece of code with your other landscape? Right click here, compare with, or Control Alt and C. Can you see a local history and a previous revision? So suppose if this is your quality system, you need to click here. It will open two screens like the vertically split screens. Here you will see one version, here you will see the other version, and you can compare like how it was showing you the refactoring code comparison, right? So Control Alt and C will show you if you see the previous revision. Can you see here? Here obviously you will not be able to see the previous revision because this is the local. If you are saving multiple versions and suppose transported the same in development system, then you will be able to see multiple lot of revisions, right? So you can compare in the same system, you can compare with the different revision versions also. See, if you see here, it will show you all the revision histories which are available here, which are captured in your TR, and what are the different revision histories available as a part of your same system. In case if you want to compare the same with your different systems, as in your different projects, suppose quality or production, select that particular from that list, whatever is available, double click on the same, automatically you will get that same kind of a refactoring comparison screen where you can compare both the screens together. Guys, is it clear how to use the feature of version comparison here in Eclipse? Is it clear on the point which I told about the version comparison, guys? So Nitin, if you want to check for any other users, there is no way that you can specifically check what changes, what one user changes needs to be moved. Simply what you can do is that, suppose the user has done any change. Nitin, think from that perspective, okay? Suppose one of your team members has done changes to a particular piece of code and he or she is new to the team. And you want to review those changes, as in what changes he has done before that code goes for official review. Ask for that particular piece of code. Suppose this is that object where that person has done the change and you do not know where that done has changed. Just click here, compare with, select your quality landscape, because that object would not have been transported, right? Without all the process and all, as in the code review process and through whether you are moving through charm or whatever is your transport mechanism, right? Just Control Alt C and compare with the local history also or the previous revision also. So suppose, example, compare with, can you see local history? Example, I'm just showing you because I do not have any other options here, local history, right? So click here. Can you see this kind of screen will come? So this will show you what change is done. Just one second, let me show you. I'll close this. So Control Alt C, you will just let me right click, compare with local history. Let me example take this one. Can you see? How can you compare, Nitin? Whatever changes that particular person would have done, in case if you have the object. Suppose you were the one who did the last change and after that someone else did the change and you are unaware that who did the change. Compare with the local history or the previous revision. These are very important things, nobody will tell you, but I am just trying to pressurize and focus on all this because these are the things which will make you much and more productive from using Eclipse as a platform for your ABAP development and its associated repository objects. Don't you think so, guys? So let me just specify it out here. Control plus Alt and then plus C to do version and local history revision. Guys, up to this point, any doubts? And see here, this is the class do action. If you go to this class, here if you are here, so automatically it will open here also. So suppose if I'm in the case statement here, can you see here, if I'm in the when statement here, it will show like this. And suppose if you are in this class, control and minus, so control and plus and control and minus will zoom in or zoom out your screen. Control plus and control minus will zoom in and zoom out your screen. See here. Zoom in, zoom out. Any other query, guys? So Nitin, it supports WebDen Pro now because in the components I showed you, right? SAP Web Development for WebDen Pro. Earlier it didn't used to support, now it supports. So you can try doing WebDen Pro developments also. So see, anything which you are not able to use, you have the flexibility to use the like embedded your Eclipse, SAP GUI. Example, for transport request also, when for a particular details we wanted to see for all the users, right? When it was not showing from here, what did we do? Let me close this. When it was not showing from here, what did we do? See, it was not showing, right, for which user and all. So suppose if I double click on this, is it showing for which user? Are you able to see here? For SCR 27 or SCR 54 or which user? Are you able to see? No, right? So what did I do? I took that object and opened it in SAP GUI, right? So did I go to SAP GUI exclusively? No, right? Whatever SAP GUI is available from here, I opened that only. So guys, any other doubts before we wind up for today? Tomorrow we will be looking into two important things. We'll be starting with few of the new syntaxes on modern ABAP and also understand two very important things using the ABAP profiling concept and the ABAP debugger perspective. Along with, we'll start off with some of the new ABAP, modern ABAP syntaxes as well. So Ankit, if you do not have SAP GUI, you do not worry. You can directly use Eclipse also. The only thing that you need to do is that when you are trying to add a project, right? So suppose Alt plus Shift and N. So sorry, Alt Shift and N. When you are trying to add an ABAP project, right? In case if you do not have SAP GUI, this will not come directly. Then you need to go here and try to fill in all the details. Now did you understand what is the benefit that you get? If you have your SAP GUI and your backend systems here, directly just one click, all the details will come and it's very easy to add the connections. Otherwise you need to go here and add the connections. And remember, as I told at the start, if you do not have that backend communication framework supported applications, it will start throwing you error. No, Ankit, this GUI what I'm opening, okay, this GUI what I'm opening is not the GUI what you are seeing here. This GUI is embedded with Eclipse as a package. So, okay, example, this is my different GUI. This is what I've installed on my system. And when you see this GUI, this is embedded with Eclipse. Understood? So this notes also I'll share. This recording also you will get it within the next 3 to 4 hours. Okay. It will be obviously sooner than that also maybe, but just in case if there is any technical glitch or the otherwise, you will get the recording. You will get this notes also. Please go through the recording. Please go through the notes. In case if you're stuck up, please do whatever we did today. Please do try to do hands-on. In case if anyone has not installed Eclipse or these respective plugins till now, we discussed about the same. Please install the same. Please get yourself ready because from tomorrow onwards there will be extensive hands-on. And last but not the least, in case if I forgot, the motherhood of all shortcuts is Control Shift and L. Control Shift and L will display you all the shortcuts. So in case if I have not mentioned it, I'll mention it here because that's the first thing that you need to know. Control plus Shift plus L. And don't worry, on a daily basis we will be covering some of the shortcuts. So I'm sure that by the end of the day, even when you're sleeping, if I ask you a question regarding any shortcut, at least you will be able to answer the same on a lighter note. Okay? Fine guys. Thank you.
We'll meet again tomorrow. Have a great learning. Have a good day. Stay safe. COVID is still not gone. Please take care. Please take care of your loved and near and dear ones. Stay safe till we meet again tomorrow.